by double figures. The Pistons are 3-1. The officiating crew tonight. A couple of veterans, Monty McCutcheon and Derek Collins, and a young official, Gediminas Petraitis. We're underway in Brooklyn. Pistons control the tip. Ish Smith stepping in for the injured Reggie Jackson. Left knee tendonitis, could miss another month. Harris played well last night. 25 points, 10 rebounds in the victory over New York. Early touch for Drummond. The drive and kick. Ish Smith from the corner. He's got it. A three.
Not so sure, Ian, to start the game off defensively. You have to run at Drummond when he's gliding through the lane right there. You stay home and make him shoot the basketball running that way away from the hoop. Nets are allowing 111 points per game through the first four. And Lopez with a slam to start things off for Brooklyn. And I like how Kenny Atkinson has been mixing it up a little bit. We go back to that Pacers game where they had some sets for Brook Lopez to cut to the basket and be active going towards the basket, not catch it and really dribble it around too much.
Feed it inside, mismatch. Drummond can't get it to go over Hollis Jefferson. Lopez clears.
That's the shot that Drummond has worked on, and that's the shot that Drummond can put down.
A bump.
Yep.
Clear one, Harris. And Jeremy Lin absorbs it. Personal foul on Tobias Harris.
Harris picked up 2 quick fouls last night against the Knicks. It came back with some pretty big numbers, though, to boot.
Three-point shooting for the Nets. 5 of 31 against the Bulls on Monday night. They have attempted 30 or more in every game. Lin cruising to the hoop. Jeremy Lin.
Now that is a drive to the basket to start things off, to set a little tempo for Lin. And hopefully the players see him doing that, and it becomes a little contagious when they drive with such strength.
Caldwell Pope defended by Bogdanovich. That means Hollis Jefferson has Morris on a fade. Book it.
This is a well-balanced team, the Pistons, with 5 guys in double figures as starters so far early in the year.
Lin, some ball handling wizardry, and a floater for Jeremy Lin.
And the thing about him, and that's a good example of it there, how he can kind of contort his body a little bit, even on the jump shots in the paint area. But when he's driving to the basket, he does a nice little motion with the body.
Drummond loses it on his hip. Hollis Jefferson comes the other way. The Nets are running. The bounce. Lin, little dribble. And he traveled.
Ooh, little shuffle. And where's everybody at home? Nobody at home. And that's because Lopez is not clogging up the middle on that. Let's see if he... Oh, I didn't see that. I thought the dribble was down.
You figure the dribble would negate it.
You know what may have happened just then with the officials' line? He may have not been able to see the actual quick dribble just then.
Ish Smith got a bump. Lin, tough defense. And the rebound snatched by Booker.
And he has the ability to put the ball on the floor and bring it down and get them into their motion set.
Early offense. Bogdanovich. Kaboom.
But the key thing there, Ian, is you got your power forward interchangeable at times. The small forward, Booker, leading the break off a rebound, so you don't kick it out, and it's not a slow, fast break. It's quicker because he's pushing it up the floor.
Morris looks down low, now setting a screen. Drummond.
Is that an oxymoron, by the way, the slow, fast break?
I let it go. I thought it was excellent.
Whoa, baby.
Floated upstairs, knocked away by Booker.
I thought you'd be all over that.
Like jumbo shrimp.
There you go.
Hollis Jefferson gives up his dribble. Lopez drives hard to the hole. Brook Lopez for 2.
And a nice decision to put the dribble down by Brook Lopez. When he sees a seam and there's no one there, fine, put it down an extra time. If not, you got to pick that up with the quicker guard, stripping things.
Timeout Pistons. Good response early after the Monday night struggles.
And so Brook Lopez, where's everybody helping out? No one's there. He sees the seam. That's an easy one. Good move by Brook.
Jimmy, just 2 years ago, Stan Van Gundy's team, they were 5-23 to start the season. There were no signs of improvement. And the team that showed improvement in the second half of that year made a bunch of moves and made the jump into the playoffs last year. It can be done at this level. Foul called on the outside against Bogdanovich.
Yeah, it's selectivity, obviously, when the guys you're trying to put together. And he was speaking before the game a little bit about the quality of the guys he has. He wants to get smart guys who can learn the system quickly and make sure they don't have to take you know, years and years to put it together, and he thinks he has a pretty good bunch of guys. He's got some good power forward and a small forward to boot.
Drummond can't finish it with a left hand. One and done for Detroit.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten a shot off where he's caught the ball cleanly. It's
kick out. Lopez trying to get the step on Morris. The leaner is good and a foul. Brook Lopez with a purpose.
Yeah, the best part about that play was Brook popping away from the middle of the floor to give some clearance. So he's outside now. Where you have to be careful is with the extra dribble, and he doesn't put it down. He just picks it straight up and goes towards the basket. One or two more dribbles, Ian, and these little guards are going to be swiping at him. Even the small forward will get in there.
Jimmy, the Nets have not missed a shot. They are 6 of 6 from the field. And that was the first free throw attempt as Lopez drains it. And let's face it, they were embarrassed on Monday night. Thoroughly embarrassed by the way they performed. A team that was building its reputation on showing heart and grit and toughness. Morris, with Hollis Jefferson in his face, he knocks it down.
Not a whole lot you can do there defensively. Right up on him. Nice position there. Good work.
Knock away by Drummond, but into the hands of Booker. He drives in and scores.
A little broken play works for the Nets. Good work there by Brook Lopez trying to get down low, but Booker with that ability to put the ball on the floor a couple of times.
He's in his 7th year in the NBA. I'm not sure that was on the scouting report. The solid handle. Rainbow jumper goes. Harris has got a really smooth stroke. That's a triple.
And him and Morris are a nice combination.
Lopez, mid-post. A fade. Oh, Lopez goes down awkwardly. He is fouled on the play.
Number 14, Ish Smith is first.
Ish Smith will pick it up, and Lopez pops off the floor quickly.
It's an interesting play just then with Smith. You see he gets hit just a little bit, and then he goes into traffic there.
Well, that's where you have problems, where you're not expecting something when you land.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting fouled by the guy who's vacating in front of him. And fortunately just then, because he came down and both of his feet got tangled up a little bit.
And he covers so much real estate as he backpedals. For most humans, Ish Smith is out of the way. For Brook Lopez, he's right in the hunt.
The timber goes down.
17-10 Brooklyn. Lopez with 8 points in the first 4+ minutes of action. Smith sets up the offense.
Good blend at the offensive end of the floor also for the touches.
Morris a discard of Hollis Jefferson, no call. It's an isolation.
He's confident too in his offensive game.
Morris tucks in for a scoop, no. Tip in, that won't go. Rebound knocked around. Hollis Jefferson trying to call a timeout, he didn't get it. And rightfully so, he never controlled it.
Exactly, no possession there.
Harris the jumper, he sticks it.
Boy, he's gotten better, hasn't he, over the couple of years?
6th year in the NBA. He signed a 4-year, $64 million deal. And he is a tough cover.
That might be a bargain, too.
Hollis Jefferson, penetration. Lopez, he's got it. It's a 3 for Brook Lopez.
Lopez blending his game nicely on an individual basis, too. We've seen him down low a couple of times, a drive to the basket, and also that ability to step out. He knows that Drummond is not going to be able to react to get out there for that long shot.
Lopez now 1 of 8 from three-point territory. The Nets are 8 of 8 from the field tonight. And it's out of bounds off of Bogdanovich. We'll get our first change here with Justin Hamilton checking in along with Joe Harris. Booker gets a breather, as does Bogdanovich, with the Nets in front 20-12. They have 20 points with 6:31 to go in this opening quarter.
Yeah, 8 of 8 from the floor, so still real good rhythm at the offense. What do we have here? Push off or something?
It's a 5-second call. Let me correct the Lopez three-pointer numbers. He did make a 3 against Boston, so he's now 2 of 8 from three-point range. Offensive foul is the call on Caldwell Pope, not a 5-second call.
Yeah.
It was number 5.
Number 5, right.
Lynn.
Oh, pretty.
Gets by Smith for the bucket. Jeremy Lin, the acceleration.
And a great reaction by the Nets overall coming off that debacle against Boston. And here's Brook Lopez. And watch the timing. You get your guy to turn his back just a little bit, and you can sort of put a dead bounce pass there. It's just going to die on the court, and you let Lin in that situation just run right into the pass. Doesn't have to be tricky at all, because Brook then is looking at his defender saying, he's not going to see the ball when I release it, so I can be soft, I can be hard, but it's a nice little lay down pass for him.
That was actually effective last year. Lopez and Shane Larkin. That's where Larkin got most of his offense. Smith on a kick. Caldwell Pope off the glass and in, +1. Kentavious Caldwell Pope is going to the free throw line. Kenny Atkinson just looking for a explanation. He gets it from Petritis. And the